pastel gray as the gentleman that he is. Tonight, we celebrate all things good, all things Nigerian. Nigeria continues to build its friendships across states and across the world. We celebrate with our food, our culture, our dances, and our relationships and intermarriages. We welcome you all and thank you for showing up in all your beautiful colors. But to truly welcome you tonight is the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila. And if he's in the room, can he do us the honors? I've scanned the room. Your Excellency, Distinguished Senate President, sir, he usually will be sitting beside you. As we speak about what tonight portends and the beautiful ambience of the room, we remember those Nigerians that have done us proud. And only recently we had somebody like Hilda Bassi who cooked up a storm in Lagos. And I've always told Nigerians to be proud of what you have. There's really no place like home. And our jollof rice remains one of the finest across the land. Ahead, of course, we hear our Ghanaian brothers and sisters talk about how their jollof rice is better than ours. But I've had jollof rice from Ghana, and I've had pilau rice from Kenya, and I know that the Nigerian jollof rice, in all its ramifications, continues to take the cake. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we celebrate our culture tonight by the performances we're going to be seeing, by the dances that we're going to be seeing, and we would continue to keep you abreast from the Master of Ceremony and Director of Ceremonies podium about how we're faring tonight. Once more, I welcome you. I ask you to give a resounding round of applause to our President and our Vice President as they're seated before us to show them that we truly care. We welcome you all, and I'd now like to invite Tokwe Ojeme to tell us where we're going next.
Thank you very much once again. Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a moment because as Nigerians, we are very special people. And if you know the character of Mr. President, it is a character of love, a character of touching people. And so take a moment to say welcome to somebody in your Nigerian language. Just turn to somebody and say welcome, and make sure you say that in your language. I'm guessing that we'll hear different languages because Nigeria tribes and tongues. And I can see Mr. President and his wife welcoming themselves. Same with Mr. Vice President. So say welcome to somebody in your language. While this goes on, we will have interlude, and it's coming from a Nigerian music artist who has blazed the trail and done wonderful things in singing. Is Rarara, known as Rarara, but is Dauda Adam Abdullahi. And he will be taking the stage very shortly. If Rarara is in the building, we invite him to the podium, and as we expect him to take the stage in a while. We also have performances tonight by a special group of people, and I'm talking about the Explicit Dance Group. This is a special, unique dance group. A dance group that's brought together a couple of young people. A gentleman called David Abraham has worked so hard in bringing young people together, and he's made their lives beautiful. This is what Nigeria is known for. Explicit will come your way very shortly, but for the moment, please welcome with a round of applause, popularly known as Rarara, Dauda Adam Abdullahi. Here he comes. Now, while Rarara gets ready for his presentation, let me also keep you abreast. Okay, here they come, and I think they're ready now.
Hello. Yeah, okay.
Can I get your good enough? I hope you are seeing what is happening now. All this thing we did, we scrapped this man like he climbed. We put on a stone to block him. He made this stone a step, he climbed up.
Wow.
People say they don't swear at me now.
They don't swear him. It don't enter. It don't enter. Whether you like him or not. So now what will go happen?
Me, the only thing I'm seeing this is like, say, when God said this thing will happen,
You go happen.
you can't change it.
Yes.
This is a God-sent president.
I don't tell you now.
We started from there.
It don't take.
No.
It don't take.
Let me explain now. What do we do now?
Okay.
We started from primary.
By the way, what do you wanna do, sir? What do you wanna do?
We bring Ojuju.
Make you do what?
20 people with Ojuju.
They
all and they're poor.
Because make you not be president.
Make you not feel even talk there.
Okay.
But this man cross the thing.
You don't pass that one. So what?
If I'm to calculate how many things we do for this man, not to reach that place, we go reach tomorrow. But
okay, only tomorrow.
You got it tomorrow.
I think so now you.
Now, waiting me, I beg you now one thing. How you go take me there so that I go apologize? I'm not saying a better person.
Wait, you want apologize to His Excellency for all the atrocities where we now commit, say, make him not be president.
Do you know why I want to apologize? What do we dey fear? What do you do for Lagos? Make Lagos succeed. Him go do it for Nigeria. Nigeria go succeed and we go fail.
Okay.
I don't want that one. I want make a people join the trend.
You don't enter the trend now. Baba know they do that. Everybody for Nigeria don't they inside the trend. You, even this old man where they here, now in their front seat. Yes.
Now I say make you have go take beg me.
Okay, you want to beg him?
Say make you apologize because when we not send a better person.
Wait, you know how you go do Papa a simple man. Just apologize to Nigerians. Papa, you don't forget.
I beg my fellow Nigeria. Me I not say when this man
fellow Nigerians, when I say this man, shall I say
when I forgive me, no, we go start up now.
He don't try make up president. na kusa masu fushi sai ta fushi sai mu ne gaba ja gaba ya karɓi kasa da samu matsaya masu fushi sai ta fushi in ta tushe majiya ja gaba ya karɓi kasa kowa ya taho ya rakiya masu fushi sai ta fushi da kashin farko ja gaba ya karɓi kasa fi da furin tallayo masu fushi sai ta fushi masu da kosi ta da ko ja gaba ya karɓi kasa da ke kakar su kasa ja gaba ya karɓi kasa ko ta fada makasa masu fushi sai ta fushi kwando so ba su kusa ja gaba ya karɓi kasa ashe sai ja gaba shi ne gaba da Allah mu ne gaba ja gaba shi ne gaba Bola Ahmad Tunum ja gaba shi ne gaba ja gaba ja gaba ja gaba shi ne gaba Ashwaju ja gaba shi ne gaba Tunum ja gaba shi ne gaba Alhaji Ahmad Tunum ja gaba shi ne gaba ja gaba shi ne gaba Allah shi ne gaba ja gaba shi ne gaba tsaya mu da murna dare ja gaba shi ne gaba ira garba ta turi ja gaba shi ne gaba sai tunan ba a kauye gari ja gaba shi ne gaba ja gaba ja gaba ja gaba shi ne gaba masu lema ba za gari ja gaba shi ne gaba masu kwando za su yi bari ja gaba shi ne gaba na can haka shekin gari ja gaba shi ne gaba kullum kuda ja gaba shi ne gaba sai nan gaba ja gaba shi ne gaba
Mun gode.
ja gaba shi ne gaba
da kai nomar gaba
ja gaba shi ne gaba
mu ne
ja gaba shi ne gaba
Buhari ya ba ta gaba
ja gaba shi ne gaba
shi ko ta gaba sai gaba
ja gaba shi ne gaba
Rarara, political musician, and I saw the First Lady, distinguished Senator Tinubu, clapping her hands, and Mr. President with a very warm smile on his face. Rarara is very famous amongst politicians, and he has many songs for the President of Nigeria. At this moment, he's paying his obeisance to the President and greeting the Vice President and showing his loyalty and respect. Let's give another round of applause to Rarara for that electrifying performance. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency the President does have a title that everybody is familiar with, which is Jagaban. And the Emir of Borgu Kingdom is here today, and he gave him that title. Amongst our traditional rulers, I've cited the Olu of Wari. Amongst our captains of industry, I've cited Alhaji Rabiu, Alhaji Aliko Dangote. I have also cited Mr. Femi Otedola, amongst others. Our captains of industry are here in their numbers. I just mentioned a couple of names of the ones I saw just as symbolism. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's time now to have the welcome address. And as we deliver these historic speeches tonight, I urge you to please pay attention and to please settle down so that we can receive the message in such a beautiful hall as this. Time now for me to invite the Speaker of the House of Representatives, His Excellency Right Honorable Gbadabiamila, as he makes his way to deliver the welcome remark. Let's encourage him. It's a long walk, and His Excellency the Speaker will be making his way to deliver the welcome address for this inaugural ball.
Thank you very much. Thank you. His Excellency, the President
Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic, GCFR, Your Excellency, the First Lady, the Vice President and his wife, allow me at this stage to please stand on the protocol as already established. Mr. President, I have been coming to the villa for about 4 years now, or going on beyond 4 years. I've never seen the kind of traffic that I encountered coming in here tonight. And that is why I want to apologize for my late arrival. I was stuck in traffic for at least an hour. And there's still many more out there trying to find their way here, but stuck in that same traffic. Now that traffic, to me, is only an indication of the height and the level of popularity of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. All roads lead to the villa tonight. Men and women are coming from the north, from the south, from the east, from the west. Men and women of goodwill are coming from Africa, from the Middle East, from Europe, from the Americas. I don't think Nigeria or Abuja has been shut down like this for as long as I can remember. I am delighted to be here today and to welcome you all to this evening's event. Today marks the beginning of a new era. We celebrate the turning of history's tide and bask in the victory of democracy over cynicism, and celebrate the promise and possibility of Nigeria. Renewed hope is the motto of this new era. Now that hope is reflected this evening in the faces of the men and the women gathered here today from across the country. Ladies and gentlemen, this evening is an opportunity to celebrate the values that bind us, the aspirations that inspire us, and the objectives that animate our national cause. Our purpose tonight is neither political nor partisan. Nonetheless, we must take advantage of our time together to prepare our minds for the work ahead, so that when we resume this nation's business tomorrow, we do so with clarity about what is at stake and the roles we each must play to help our country reach the best version of itself. I am as hopeful tonight for our nation's future as I've ever been. My expectation derives from the boundless excitement that heralds this new era and the supercharged energy of the nation, of the Nigerian people, who understand that in this new dispensation, we can, by the grace of God Almighty, achieve the grand ambitions that have eluded us for so long. It is said that cometh the hour, cometh the man. I am assured most of all at this moment by the quality and the character of the man who God has chosen and whom the Nigerian people have affirmed to be our President and Commander-in-Chief, His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. On his behalf, I welcome all of you here this evening, and I wish you a delightful and memorable occasion. God bless you all, and God bless Nigeria.
When we resume this nation's business tomorrow, we do so with clarity. Right Honorable Femi Gbadabiamila, Speaker of the Federal House of Representatives, delivering the welcome address at this beautiful inaugural ball for the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the Vice President. We thank you. Can we celebrate his words as we give him another round of applause? Thank you very much. Your Excellency, Mr. President, Your Excellency, Mr. Vice President, the talent imbued in Nigeria, in all of us, is sometimes scary. Your Excellency, some of your citizens can dance, and the same person will know how to sing, and the same person will know how to cook. Some persons are lawyers, and they are also fashion designers. Some persons are painters, some people are songwriters. Your Excellency, Mr. President, Your Excellency, Mr. Vice President, we have a young man before you who is painting away in what is described as speed painting. He's going to spend the next hour and a half doing the work that he is so well placed to do. Your Excellencies, this painter is a medical doctor, Dr. Fola David. He's doing that which he enjoys. He's a self-taught painter. He's a passionate painter. We will be getting to a point in this program, Your Excellencies, where this painting will be revealed. But for now, I have on my list of things to do tonight a documentary on the trajectory of the life of His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, from his childhood, through his school years, through his political career, and his position as the Governor of Lagos State. That documentary has been very well put together. And because we have technology on our side, it will be shown on our screens for all of us to take a look at the journey of this man who today has become His Excellency, the President of Nigeria. I call on the producer and the concept bearer to please assist media to put this documentary on the screen. Media, thank you very much.
On the wee dawn of Saturday, March 29 of 1952, a baby was born. Bola made his debut. His mom, Abibat Magaji, was a matriarch true. She'd equip him with wisdom and integrity through. Attending St. John's Primary in Lagos for a few. The Ibadan's Children's Home was the school he went to. In 1975, he proceeded to America to pursue a degree in accounting. His knowledge there grew. At Chicago State University, he got a worldview that would propel him to greatness, create new avenue. In big American companies, he worked with a crew, Arthur Anderson, Deloitte Haskins, to name but a few. In 1983, his return to Nigeria was due, so he joined Obermobile Nigeria and became a guru. In the private sector, experience he did thus accrue, started building a fortune without too much ado. The man made it his mission to always rendezvous with hard work and dedication in making legal revenue. Those painting him a hue, misconstrue, spew and true, Tinubu has risen to give Nigeria value. The hum, the strum of the victory drum, as the income of the city boy, as the one that will come. He's overcome all outcome, as the hurdles succumb, and Miloko will become because Ashiwaju has come. His political career began in the 1992 year when he joined the SCB party as the main pioneer. Sheikh Musa Yar'Adua led that factional sphere, including heavy weights from the front and the rear. He was elected to the Senate amid such big cheer, representing Lagos West in his legislative gear. In the June 12th annulment, Tinubu did thus appear as a founding member and the chief brigadier in Adeko's democratic movement. Fighting the frontier, he struggled for Abiola's mandate and was made to disappear. The military force exiled due to his harsh bombardier as transition to the Fourth Republic was in the atmosphere. Tinubu returned home to resume his political career. With Adebanjo and Adesanyo's guide, he did thus adhere to jump back into politics without fear or insincere. Alliance for Democracy was his platform to domineer. He became the part of politics and determined to persevere. He stood for the position of Governor of Lagos right there and wanted to become executive in a victory that's clear. In this role, he became distinguished from each of his peers. The hum, the strum of the victory drum, as the income of the city boy as the one that will come. He's overcome all outcome as the hurdles succumb. Emi Lokum will become because Ashiwaju has come. As the executive governor of the audacious Lagos state, Tinubu applied innovation to revolutionize his state. He made investments with power and did concentrate on providing free healthcare to the frail and irate. He broadened the tax bracket and the revenue rate, transformed IGR from millions to billions straight. For Lagosians' employment, he set out to create empowerment drive to give unemployment a checkmate. For the infrastructure roadmap he constructed in the state that built roads and housing which were adequate. For students, he built schools that would educate. The one-day governor was a program he did activate, decentralized to bring governance to the people's gate, enacted policies for the vulnerables in order to compensate. Lekki Trade Zone and Eco Atlantic still do captivate. They were Tinubu's brainchild as he built his city-state. All sectors needing leadership, he made sure to cultivate an environment for the center of excellence to continue to be great. When he finished as governor, he continued to motivate. He built cerebral leaders and was the ultimate teammate. The hum, the strum of the victory drum, as the income of the city boy as the one that will come. He's overcome all outcome as the hurdles succumb. Emi Lokum will become because Ashiwaju has come. Tinubu's politics evolved to a mightier scale when he provided platforms for candidates to sail. In 2006, Atiku was given the ultimate chance to exhale, flag bearer of Action Congress with hope he won't trail. In 2011, Inaugural became the top male to lead the Action Congress Nigeria to a victory or fail. In 2013, Tinubu with other politicians proceeded to rail the opposition into a mega party for Nigerians to hail. He was a result of the great mergers cocktail, AC, NCPC, ANPP, ABGA, and PDP's remnant tail. So with the new coalition, Buhari put his motion in gale to deliver a 2015 victory in a political fairy tale. Tinubu forfeited the BP slot in order not to derail the balance of religion that some use as blackmail. He bought Ochibanjo and ultimately sold him retail, supported government through the good, bad, and the flail. In 2022, presidential candidate on APC's rail picked Shatima as VP, making their opponents look pale. Tinubu has supported many in kindness avail. Now it's his turn to take the reins and finally prevail. The hum, the strum of the victory drum, as the income of the city boy as the one that will come. He'll overcome all outcome as the hurdles succumb. Emi Lokum will become because Ashiwaju has come. Now, the policy framework he couched for our great nation is an action plan built on a renewed hope citation. providing jobs with good wages as decent compensation, manufacture, create and invest goods for our dispensation, enact agricultural policy that promotes fertile cultivation, export more, import less to incentivize economic levitation, expand infrastructure and modernize their very foundation, harness digital economy, the arts and give tourism salvation, empower the vulnerable poor and those most in frustration, distribute sufficiently from their electricity station, make healthcare, education, housing and affordable creation, establish policy to create a strong security calibration, remove oil subsidy to increase our domestic production, reform the education sector with better quality vocation, include women and youth in the brand new administration, build railroads and roads to boost our mass transportation. There'll be judicial reform and foreign policy elevation, adjust allocation and boost our IGR through robust taxation, provide inspiration, liberation and innovation in our federation. His manifesto shows a dedication to build on our foundation. The hum, the strum of the victory drum, the income of the city boy as the one that will come. He's overcome all outcome as the hurdles succumb. Emi Lokon will become because Ashiwaju has come. Tinubu is a family man right down to his very core. Since 1987 has been married to a wife he does adore. When they met, the kindness in his eyes was what she fell for. They entered a union through that matrimonial door. Oluremi Tinubu is a lawmaker on the senatorial floor. She is his strength and his partner in life evermore. In total, he has 6 children, each utmost galore. But in 2017, we lost Jide and there was sadness outpour. His daughter Shade is a Iyalo of Lagos Market Store. Sheyi Tinubu is his second son. He's a maestro for sure. Zainab Abibat, Yinka are children that Tinubu bore. His brother Wale showcases his pedigree furthermore. He's a Muslim, his wife Christian, which does underscore his respect for religion and his love for peace, not war. An accountant, politician, a leader, and great deal much more. He is the lion of Bordelon who lives with such candor. He is a genius, he is focused and always ready to explore ways to empower his people to be better than before. His bravery reflects the broken shackle that he wore. He is smart, he is kind, he has become my mentor. I see him as the best person to be Nigeria's guarantor. Now that he has emerged as president, he will do all that he swore. The hum, the strum of the victory drum, the income of the city boy as the one that will come. He's overcome all outcome as the hurdles succumb. Emi Lokon will become because Ashiwaju has come.
Excellencies, very
Since independence, we have had
ladies and gentlemen. What an unbelievable performance poetry we have. What a beautiful delivery of all those words to describe the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And poetry remains one of the art forms that, like singing, has to be of great talent. Our poet performer, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, has held us spellbound in the last 10 minutes or so. May I now invite Otumba Ajiboye, who produced it, and the concept holder, Barrister Hanatu Musawa, to take a well-deserved bow after that performance. Here they come. Let's give them a round of applause. We thank you so much. What an excellent outreach and story in poetry form of His Excellency the President. Please take a bow. Congratulations to both of you. Well done. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to now invite Dr. Ojeme, who is anchoring with me tonight, to do the next round of activities. We thank you. Oh, I forgot to mention that the Olu of Warri is here with his absolutely delectable wife. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are about to watch a performance. By the way, bon appetit, because I can see dinner is served. And there is enough for everyone to eat and to drink. This will be silver served, and so your table will be attended if it's not already been attended. For the next performance, they are a group of dancers. Your Excellency, Mr. President, would remember that last year they performed. You watched them and you invited them again because of what you saw. They also just a few weeks ago performed for Mr. Vice President. They're a group of young people, orphans, who have been pulled together and they've been helped to become productive and to pay their fees, go to school. Some of them are now married. Over 400 young persons produced from this group. They are the explicit dancers put together by a certain Mr. Abraham, who will be leading them. Please welcome Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, explicit dancers. A round of applause will be appropriate, if you can, while you eat.
An arm of explicit home of labor and shaping, an empowerment home with over 100 children, all living together under the same roof with Mr. David Abraham and his wife. They're all in school. Dance is a medium of reaching out an income generation for the home. Explicit has produced graduates, and a number of them are married now. Explicit is known for exceptional and sensational dance moves, and over the years has survived under the wings of philanthropists and well-wishers. Towards the beginning of this new administration, God brought us in contact with our great leaders, thus renewing our hope for survival. Explicit dancers.
Now we're gonna stop singing about Africa. Tell me when. Now we gotta stop singing about Africa. When. Now we gonna stop singing about Africa. Tell me when. Now we gotta stop singing about Africa.
Iṣẹ́ Olúwa kò sẹ́ni tó yé, iṣẹ́ Olúwa jù tàbá lọ. Báyé bá ti ń yé, ká máa bá wọn yí. Ọ̀pọ̀ àpá láti sún fáìnàlì. Ó ti kúrò ní ìtàtijọ́, Ìṣọ̀lá Túndé mọ̀ ṣe lè yò. Àìlámi Joshua o, ẹ jọ̀wọ́ ẹ bá mi dà àdúgbò lẹ̀. Àlùjọ ní kí á mọ́ sá. Báyé bá ti ń yé, Ìṣọ̀lá ká máa bá wọn yí. Ọ̀pọ̀ àpá láti sún fáìnàlì. Ó ti kúrò ní ìtàtijọ́, Ìṣọ̀lá Túndé mọ̀ ṣe lè yò. Àìlámi Joshua o, ẹ jọ̀wọ́ ẹ bá mi dà àdúgbò lẹ̀. Àlùjọ ní kí á mọ́ sá. Báyé bá ti ń yé, Ìṣọ̀lá ká máa bá wọn yí. Ọ̀pọ̀ àpá láti sún fáìnàlì. Ó ti kúrò ní ìtàtijọ́, Ìṣọ̀lá Túndé mọ̀ ṣe lè yò. Àìlámi Joshua o, ẹ jọ̀wọ́ ẹ bá mi dà àdúgbò lẹ̀. Àlùjọ ní kí á mọ́ sá. Ojú wa ni ó ṣe balùwẹ̀ tó lóhùn mọ́tòdò ń dà o. Ìṣọ̀lá Túndé mọ̀ ṣe lè yò. Ṣáma wò wọ́n níran, ẹ̀yìn lọ́mọ adéyẹ ń tọ̀ya ẹ̀, kò séwu fún wa rárá. Ẹnu wọn ni ó pa wọ́n, Babátúndé ó dá mi lójú. Ẹyẹ òróbó tó bímọ méjì, tó nílé òun ti kú ṣọṣọ, àsìkò ti tó. Ta ó sọ fún wọn, Fáṣíwájú yìí làjẹ́, kò ní burú fórí, kádébìlà sórí kún ẹsẹ̀. Kò ní burú fórí, kádébìlà sórí kún ẹsẹ̀. Ẹnu wọn mẹ́fà, ẹnu wọn méje, àwa ò bẹ́ lẹ́nu méjì ṣeré mọ́.
Tout a changé de côté, oh. Maripana, elle a changé de côté, oh. Dieu merci pour moi, je savais chanter un peu, oh. J'ai fait ma cassette, oh, on me voit à la télé, oh. Matin, midi, soir, c'est moi, je chante à la radio. Quand tu as vu ça, tu le cas où à penser, oh. Je vais partir le coupé, oh. Et on dit premier gaou n'est pas gaou, oh. C'est deuxième gaou qui est nyata, oh. On dit premier gaou n'est pas gaou, oh. C'est deuxième gaou qui est nyata, oh.
Zombie, oh zombie. Zombie, oh zombie. Zombie, oh zombie. Zombie, oh zombie. Zombie not go go unless you tell him to go. Zombie. Zombie not go stop unless you tell him to stop. Zombie. Zombie not go turn unless you tell him to turn. Zombie. Zombie not go think unless you tell him to think. Zombie. Tell him to go straight. Na joro jara joro. No break, no jam, no sense. Na joro jara joro. Tell him to go kill, a joro jara joro. No break, no jam, no sense, a joro jara joro. Tell him to go quench, a joro jara joro. No break, no jam, no sense, a joro jara joro. Go and kill, go and die, go and quench, put a body back. Go and quench, go and kill, go and die, put a body back. Go and die, go and quench, go and kill. Body back.
Very energetic, very passionate, very Nigerian. We want to thank you so very much. Tope, you have the honors to introduce our next act. I just wanted to find out, is there any one of these dances that you can do?
Well, it will take a lot of skill to do these dances, but I know that everyone did enjoy what we just watched. And it's so much more touching to know that most of these kids are orphans. Please do give them another round of applause. With this dancing, I'm told they pay their school fees, They get to pay their rents and get to live their lives. And some of them have become married. They found hope even when it seemed there was no hope. That reminds you of what we celebrate today, renewed hope. If you believe, please put your hands together once again. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a gentleman called Tok Tok is in the building. Tok Tok, where are you? Tok Tok. Tok Tok, you have the stage if you're around. If you're not, we may need to move on. Tok Tok, are you around? Tok Tok? Okay, then we will move on.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I did spot some of the governors and former governors as we walked into the room. Governor of Borno State is here. The former governor of Jigawa is here. The governor of Imo State is here. I see the governor of Anambra State, the former governor of Plateau, from where I'm standing. I see Governor Sanwo-Olu is also here, Your Excellency. I do also see the governor of Niger State, if I'm not wrong. But from here, the lights are pretty bright. And as we see other excellencies in the room, we would let you know. In the meantime, I'd like to crave your indulgence, Your Excellency, Mr. President and Vice President, to announce the names of committee members who have made all of this wonderful work extremely pleasurable and efficient. Right Honorable Gbadabia Mila, Speaker Abayomi Lili. These are members of the committee for this wonderful work here tonight. My friend, Sister Dabiri Erewa Abike, Ede Kelly, Edu Beta, Wale Edun, Anatu Musawa, Odufuwa Tosin, Olufemi White Olusheun, Torginika Florence Ijeoma, Suleiman Ibrahim Iman. And as we began our work, we received what you would call some validation from our Oga, Otumba Olusegun Oshoba. Good evening, sir. Good to see you. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Tokwe has the next set of activities. Tokwe?
We now bring in Mr. Tok Tok. You have 5 minutes.
Thank you, thank you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, the most wonderful, delectable president ever in Nigeria. I greet you from the depth of my heart. Your Excellency, President Bola Tinubu, I told my village people that I will make it. They were yimmering for me. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm performing to the president of the most populous black nation in the world. Have I not made it? Have I not made it? Thank you. Mr. President, sir, when they were saying the dancers were orphan, I make pleasure to let you know that I am also an orphan. So whatever package you have for orphans, please include my name, Tok Tok. Thank you, Mommy. Thank you so much. The past election brought out so many diversities, brought out the, well, how do I put it now? Brought out the potential of politicians. One politician that I saw that came out with massive potential was the governor of Lagos State. Your Excellency, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, during the election became usher in the church to do campaign. I thought that was all. The next day, Babajide Sanwo-Olu became a dispatch rider, was riding Okada. I thought that was all. The next day, Governor Sanwo-Olu became a traffic warder in Lagos just to make campaign. I thought that was all until I saw him in the bus doing conductor, shouting Oshodi, Oshodi, Oshodi. When Lagos saw hit him, he don't know when he turned Oshodi to Oshomole, Oshomole, Oshomole. Thank you so much for, thank you, Your Excellency. Ladies and gentlemen, during the election, a lot of things were said, and I heard our First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu. She was saying, people thought they are rich, that they are not really that rich, that she had to borrow the sum of 1 million naira from our mama here, the wife of the Vice President, Mama Shetima, to handle a pressing need. I call look, Mama Tinubu, I beg, that 1 million, you don't return her. I need them more. Me say I want to pay school fees. Lazo, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. President, you are resuming office tomorrow, but a lot of things have started working. The second Niger Bridge, motor don't they use them? Motor don't they go up and down? Air Nigeria don't they fly? Yes, you never start to the sign, but things don't they work already. Even Dangote refinery don't, oh sorry, they never start production. They say it's July. But I thank God, where Dangote, station is refinery, Ibejuleki, Dangote gets sense, so, hey, if to say he can't put that refinery for my village for Bini Uogwa, oh God, one day you go just sleep, you go here knock for your gate, Dangote, you go say, I want to buy fuel, 5 liters. People will come and say their children, Osaibovo, collect cake, go buy fuel, come for me, 5 liters. No, go NNPC or their pump, not the work. Go Dangote refinery. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. President, I want to thank you for your courage. I listened to your speech earlier on. You made bold to say subsidy is gone. And forever, subsidy is gone. I thank you so much. My life done better. My village people now that they see me on TV everywhere. Thank you so much, Mr. President. Mama Tinubu, thank you. God bless you. Until I come to the Aso Rock again, I had my orphanage package. Make her come now. All right, thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please a round of applause for Talk Talk. We move on to the next item.
Let's take you back to the inaugural ball where you can see the First Lady, the new First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, just taking the stage. And of course, our new President Bola Tinubu, having the first dance there. Very nice to see.
The bright, blessed day, the dogs say goodnight, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Now invite Mr. Vice President and his wife. Mr. Vice President and his wife will now join Mr. President and his wife on the podium for this inaugural dance.
The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying how they do. They're really saying I love you.
Wasiu Ayinde Marshal, Kwam One. Congratulations. King Wasiu Ayinde Marshal has been the one that has performed for His Excellency the President and his lovely wife, and His Excellency the Vice President and his lovely wife. What an incredible performance. Did any of you see Mr. President break into one of those really fascinating Yoruba dances? And then did you see the Vice President in all his swagger show that he can dance? And then, of course, their wives proved that dancing is truly Nigerian. This time, we invite one of Nigeria's biggest voices. And
all right, you just saw moments ago the first dance from the new president and, of course, the first lady, the first inaugural dance as president and first lady. Of course, they were also joined by Vice President Kashim Shettima and his wife, Hajia Nana Shettima, showing us the good dance steps.
For the VP, he's always been a Lagos
boy.
Yes, a Lagos gentleman who's lived his banking days, perhaps, and a few of,
talking about the vice president.
Yes, well, while he was also a lecturer in the Southwest. And this is the first public dance they're having as president and vice president. The other dances we saw were during the campaigns and sometimes tried to wriggle to the beat softly and nicely.
And I like, Kwamwon's line there. It says, Tinubu today, Alafia today.
You want to translate? Yes, to our people.
Tinubu is here. The good life is here. That's what it means. All right, let's take you back there. Yes, Solai?
Your Excellency, Mr. President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Your Excellency, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, my dear wife, the President of the Senate, the Speaker of the Federal House of Representatives, and his dear wife, our governors present here, our former governors, members of the business community, members of the National Assembly, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Victor Hugo, a French novelist and poet, once said that there is nothing as powerful in this world as an idea whose time has come. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is an idea whose time has come. This is an idea that was not incubated 3 years ago. This is an idea that was cultivated right from 1992, when he joined forces with like minds and formed the People's Front. He had built relationships. He had built bridges. So the road that led us to Asiwaju did not happen by chance. He had shown a proclivity, a propensity, an inclination to invest in building bridges across the length and breadth of this nation. Exactly about a year ago, there was palpable tension in the land prior to the 8th of June APC presidential primaries. Dreams, when persistent, are capable of turning into realities. T.E. Lawrence once said that all men dream, but not equally. Those who dream in the dark recesses of the night awake in the day to find all was vanity. But the dreamers of the day are dangerous men, for they may act their dreams with open eyes and make it possible. Ashwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a dreamer of the day and hence a very dangerous political maestro. We are here to celebrate the inauguration of the 16th President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. A man of ideas, a man of action, a man with a propensity of building leaders. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I want us all to pick full of our cups and toast to democracy, a toast to the 16th President of Nigeria. May God grant him good health. May God grant him the serenity of mind. May God grant him the wisdom to translate the Nigerian dreams into reality. The worst curse that a Chinese man may wish for you is for you to live in interesting times. And indeed, in Nigeria, we are living in interesting times. And interesting times like this also come up with solutions. Interesting times like this are also pregnant with solutions. The gentleman seated over there is a man of ideas whose time has come. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, by the grace of God, those ideas will be translated into reality in the coming months and years. For Ashwaju's long life, for democracy to thrive in Nigeria, for peace and development in Nigeria, for the serenity of mind and wisdom and resilience to our dear President, for peace, progress, and unity of the greatest black nation on earth, for the peace and stability of the greatest nation in Africa. Let us toast in good health, in prosperity, in peace. May God bless us all. May God bless Ashwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency the Vice President has proposed a toast in salute to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and everybody's glasses are being clinked now to celebrate this inauguration ball. Your Excellencies, you may be seated. Thank you very much. You may be seated. I did mention earlier on that we were going to have one of Nigeria's finest songstress, an ambassador of Nigeria in music, a woman with a voice that is so celebrated, an award-winning musician, singer, songwriter, who started off really as a comedian, but today she's breaking the charts all over the world and our fine ambassador in music. She's also a judge on some of the most important singing contests and competitions across the world. Please help me welcome the phenomenal Waje.
have a heart. Say not only stone fell deep inside, I didn't have a heart. Oh, I wish that I didn't have a heart. Say not only stone fell deep inside, I wish I didn't have such a achy heart. When it comes to love, it's in I need to carry lots. Say you don't love, and I don't love. So tell me who the love and nobody wants show. If I have to tell you all the things I got to say, I know I start to talk, I'm in the time, walk away. Me, I wanna stay, do you wanna stay? I wish I did. So now all the storm feel deep inside me, they say that love is blind. Sometimes it be like saying I depress you one day, cause it's the kind of feeling that you can't deny. Me feel it and me hear it each and every day. See, I can understand it why you treat me this way. Why the love have to be this way? Tell me how all about me, can't wait for you. Your love, they make me happy, they make me hit to you. Oh baby, boo, I pray for you. Now it's another
Waje there performing at the presidential inaugural ball. Before her, of course, the Vice President Kashim Shettima proposed a toast to the new president, Bola Tinubu. Of course, described him as a man who's built relationships over the years and bridges. I mean, you could say really figuratively and literally built bridges. Toast to democracy and, of course, toast to Tinubu, wisdom, clarity of purpose, clarity of mind, and all of that. And all Nigerians join him in proposing that toast.
I think, Ngozi, before we come back to Reverend Uche Nwole, I think we're getting to see leaders now who talk, from the heart. Watching the Vice President Shettima speak from the heart, giving the toast to Bola Tinubu, the toast to the nation, the toast to our prosperity, to democracy. And, that's really how to give a toast. Yeah. You have a little bit of a story that relates to what the whole essence is about. And he's done that. And without a script. Time was when almost every leader that we've had can't give us a sound bite because everything is everything is scripted, and it looks to me that this is the dawn of a new day.
And it's always interesting to listen to the Vice President, wax quite intellectual. What do you make, Dr. Uche Nwole, of what you've seen thus far? The toast by Shettima, Vice President Kashim Shettima.
Yes. I've personally admired him. His intellect is very sound, and you can see the display of his mastery of words. Yeah. He's like someone that has been in politics, all his life. You understand? The way he described Mr. President, I think it was quite commendable. I appreciate it. And it's not the first time I've listened to him, so I'm not surprised.
Let's even stay on that a bit. Well, what kind of vice president, really, do you think he'll make? What do you expect from such an intellectually sagacious, vice president, and what he will bring to the table?
I think he's going to bring a lot on the table in aiding his principal, the president, because you can have a sleepy vice with, more especially, the situation Nigeria has found themselves. Our president needs a lot of prayers for his health, and he cannot have.
Okay, all right. Let's quickly go back as they, move to cut the cake. The president, his wife, the first lady, of course, the vice president, also there. I think they're about to cut the cake. Is that the proverbial national cake? Or let's just say
His Excellency, the President, is going to hold the knife. He will be supported by the mother of the nation, the Vice President, and the wife of the Vice President. They have come up with a renewed hope. And as you can see, the cake has the colors of Nigeria's flag, white and green. White signifying peace. The peace Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu have promised Nigerians, and he won't fail. Green, agriculture and natural endowment. So we are going to court because the people who are going to renew our hope are here. We're going to do it together. Can we have R? We have to spell renewed hope. Can we have R? E. I can't hear you. You don't want renewed hope? Can I have an R? E. N. E. W. E. D. H. O. P. E. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, indeed, a nation such as Nigeria has had a peaceful transition from one government to another. And earlier in the day, we heard Mr. President salute the former president who has made his way back to Katsina State. Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Your Excellency, the Vice President, Excellencies and distinguished guests, this is bringing the events to the rear. You saw the cake, which is in glorious green colors with white and another green at the bottom. And His Excellencies have done the honors of cutting the inaugural ball cake. And we thank Your Excellency for that assignment and keeping it real. Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you all know, of course, that the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria instituted the one-day governor of Lagos. And I've heard many people speak about how young people learned leadership by coming to be governor of Lagos State for one day, which was instituted by His Excellency when he was governor. You will do well also to see what's going on in Maiduguri today. Started, of course, by His Excellency the Vice President and continued by His Excellency the Governor of Borno State. Mega schools, the return of peace, all the beautiful things you want to see, and of course the hospitality of the Northeast. All of it something that began with His Excellency the Vice President when he was governor of Borno State. Tonight is a momentous occasion for us to celebrate the new President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who is now in the saddle, and to celebrate the new Vice President of Nigeria, who is also in the saddle. And tonight they come with their delectable wives, their beautiful and lovely wives, who would provide the support that they require for governance of Nigeria. We thank you, our First Lady. We thank you, the wife of the Vice President, for the support that you have been giving to the Vice President. And we thank Senator Oluremi Tinubu for the support she has been giving Mr. President. I would allow those photographs to go on, and when it's done, we will now have one activity before we get to the activity that Tokwe was talking about earlier, which is batches of photographs. Tokwe, would you like to remind us of those batches again?
Thank you very much. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we'll have 3 batches of photograph. The first one will be Mr. President, Mr. Vice President, and their spouses. We'll have the second batch. It will be 7 governors, the distinguished President of the Senate, and the Honorable Speaker of the House of Representatives will join Mr. President for the second batch. The third batch will be former governors, captains of industry, that's private sector, and committee members. There's 3 batches we'll take for photograph just on this side. That will be after the next event.
Okay, permit me to ask you to make one more intervention. So, batch 1 is who?
Batch 1, Mr. President, Mr. Vice President, First Lady.
Inaugural ball cake has just been cut by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and, of course, the Vice President, alongside their wives, the First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, and Hajia Nana Shatima. We still have our guest here, Dr. Uchenwole. It's been a long day, definitely. I'm just wondering, what will be going on in the mind of the president. I mean, he's been up all day, and he still has this event, to attend. What does that even say? I mean, you already talked about, his health, how the perception was that he wasn't strong enough, fit enough. Right. But with what you've seen today, all day till now, he's been on his feet.
Well, that goes to say that the prayers people are making for the good governance of Nigeria, irrespective of whom God has chosen. I have a different opinion when it comes to the democracy that we have in our country. I know that several people in Nigeria today, they're not all happy, like the gentleman said, but the kind of smiles I wore when I walked into the studio. So many have been very gloomy today. Some believe that because of the circumstances that has led to this. Would it be fair
to really say so many are gloomy? I mean, that might not be the, true picture of the state of affairs today, as far as the mood of the country is concerned, don't you think?
Well, Nigeria is a very big nation with over 200 million people.
Right.
There are mixed feelings because this is democracy. And democracy, there must be a winner, there must be a loser. And at the end of the day, our citizens, they have put their faith today. So many people were wishing that this day never came.
Right.
But unfortunately, the country must move on.
And speaking of the people, I mean, in his speech today, the president said, look, I ask you to join me in making Nigeria a more perfect nation and democracy, such that Nigerian ideal becomes and forever remains the Nigerian reality. And with full confidence in our ability, I declare that these things are within our proximate reach, because my name is Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I mean, that already speaks of quite a lot of confidence, and the fact that, look, he's one man, he cannot do this alone. If the followership don't do the right thing, how much really can we expect from the leadership?
Let's go back to the question of the current state concerning this removal of the subsidy. I have exempted him because he did not start it. It is the National Assembly and the outgoing...
okay, let's quickly... you want to tell us what's going on there?
Well, I wouldn't know because I'm not...
Presentation of the painting?
I'm listening.
To President Tinubu there. Yes. Okay.
I was actually listening to Reverend Uche, because there's a second... Because every time you're almost talking about the subsidy, that's when we actually dovetail into this. Yeah. So we'll let you land on this time.
Okay, fine. You know, you asked that how would he handle, how should he handle the circumstance, considering the perception of the people, the masses, over the removal of the subsidy. And I say yes, like I've said here, I'm not speaking for him, but I'm speaking the truth of what I know as a former member of National Assembly, that the budget did not include the normal subsidy that is embedded in the budgets, the annual budgets of the country. So he came here and had said that because he, as a former member of the National Assembly, as a former senator, he knows the implications of that. So having said that, it exempts him completely. That has nothing to do with him. The former government laid the ambush and they have executed their thing. He has inherited it. But now, this is the time for him to show his mastery of politics, democracy. He knows the people are not going to be happy. All he needs to do is to deploy the right people who are going to go out as the spokespersons to massage the people, to let them understand, reassure them that though this is out, but it's not the end of the world. Let him start with letting the people understand the gains. You understand? Everybody will pay prices for everything you earn in your life. That if this is the price you are going to pay, if the masses are lectured with the gains of this removal,
right?
You understand? I'm sure people will not take it too hard in the heart.
Right. Well, as you can see, photo ops there, President, Vice President, both their wives, the First Lady and the wife of the Vice President there, taking, photographs on this historic day. What a day for Nigeria. What a day for the black race. This is where we would like to say thank you so much for joining us on Newsnight tonight, Dr. Uche Nwole, former Senator of the Federal Republic. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate your input tonight.
Okay.
Let's take you back to that presidential inaugural ball.
The Guards Brigade 21 piece will be giving us soft music at the background. Thank you very much. This is the third batch, Captains of Industry. It is the final batch, Captains of Industry. Former governors joining. Traditional rulers, esteemed and respected. And committee members. Please make way. Please make way, make way. We're taking photograph. Let's just position ourselves for the photograph, please. Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Please, Scope is directing this. Please make way, make way. Mr. President will be returning to his seat now. The national anthem will be taken very shortly. We now invite the Guards Brigade with the girls the national anthem with Chi and Kalini. The national anthem. Let's go.
Arise, O compatriots. very end with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve with heart and might, one nation bound in freedom, peace and unity.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I urge you to make way for Mr. President to depart this hall. Please make way and keep the doors free. This event has come to an end. It has been a pleasure to serve. My name is Eugenia Abu, and we've been working with Dr. Tokpe Ojeme. Could we make the entrance free for Mr. President to depart the hall? Keep the doors free, please.